Hold on. Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Welcome to Authors That Speak. Said I'm Darlene Mamie here in Vegas, and this is my friend Barbara Hawkins Dixon in Chicago, aka Barbara Jean. And I
And I'm, yes, and I'm Barbara Dixon. Uh, we hope you enjoyed this live today.
okay, we're gonna stop. Stop. I'm finna stop. We freezing. Hold on. I'm gonna stop it. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Authors That Speak. We are the authors. I'm Darlene Mamie here in Vegas, and this is my friend Barbara Jean in Chicago. My friend, aka Barbara Jean. And today our
Yes,
topic today
but
our topic
Barbara Hawkins Dixon, that's Darlene nickname for me, Barbara Jean.
and our topic today is, what do you define as cheating?
Okay, it's several, well, not several, it's plenty of signs of a cheating mate. But we have to pay attention to the signs and not sweep them under the cover. Uh, one sign is lack of communication, uh, lack of intimacy, uh, is so many other things where you're not where you once was planning outings together and sharing some we time. Now it have changed and revolved into you doing the things you like to do and your mate going a different way. Whereas once they get to the point they rather spend more time with other people's than you, that's a sign that something is wrong in a relationship. And whereas they stop doing the things for you that they once did, and now they secretly doing it with the person who's they cheating with.
Mhm.
So keep your eyes open to those signs and plenty more that we will discuss as time goes on in this meeting. So I'm quite sure Darlene have signs that she want to uh, explain just as well.
Yeah, just repeating back what you saying. You gotta also pay attention to, the quality time is not there anymore. You start noticing that your mate is doing different things, or you constantly seeing them on the phone, and then when you come around, they're off the phone, or they're texting, or on Facebook page, and texting and giving messages and everything. And then when you come around, you notice that they stray away from it or put the phone down. And you know, I feel that if you're gonna cheat, then you should just end the relationship that you in. If you don't have interest in that person anymore, then why would you stay in a relationship and go and cheat on the person? Because that is so unforgivable. But if you tired of a relationship, I think you should end it and don't cheat on that person, because that could be heartening to someone, and you leading them on, but you also sneaking around seeing someone else.
Absolutely the truth. And cheating is not only defined as uh, uh, physical cheating. Cheating could be, like you said, Darlene, texting, secretly texting, anything that you're doing that uh, you don't want your mate to know is a form of cheating.
Yes.
Whether it's having a discussion with somebody like on like you say, on Facebook, or secretly texting someone, or being flirtatious.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
being flirtatious is cheating also, without the sexual act. When you flirting, you getting out of your character when you know you in committed, you married or in a committed relationship. When it's, you could also find out, you can find out a lot of things from just the action. Just sit back and watch the movement. It's going to prevail before you. You don't have to go out there looking for it, looking to see it. It's going to come, the sign's going to come to you.
yeah,
Just be observative about your relationship. Don't get too comfortable in it to where you're not paying attention uh, to the signs.
yes, yeah,
Yes,
yeah. I think that's true too. You gotta look out for a lot of things. If you start noticing things are changing in your relationship, there's no more communication. That we start to notice that your significant other is always leaving and going and not going, not taking you with them or coming in late and things like that. Those are the things you look for because the quality time is not being given to you because they too busy out there doing something else. And I just don't believe in that because you should not put a person through that. If that's what you want to do, why waste your time and waste that person's time if there's no feelings there anymore? You both just should go your separate ways. I would rather do that than cheat on a person.
right. And the only way to forgive uh, a cheating spouse, in my opinion, is to move on. Because even though you tell yourself you forgive that person,
But you'll
you not
always
gonna
be thinking,
forget it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you're not going to forget it. It's a difference between forgiving.
yeah,
Yes, I might forgive people differently. Just a cheating relationship. You forgive people for different things they have done to you in different forms to have hurt you in certain ways. But you
yeah.
never forget it. And a lot of
Right.
times it's hard to forget because some things that they do may re-trigger,
Mhm.
the feeling that you had when they was cheating before. So, you know, uh, you have to, you know, like I say, be observative and sit back and watch. When you see, I always say, a sign you know your mate is cheating or capable of cheating is when you in their company and you see the way they carry themselves, you know, when the opposite, of course, opposite sex attracts. And so if you see that your partner is, I would say, disrespectfully looking at opposite sex in your presence, you could imagine what happens when you're not in
And
their
they're not in their
presence.
presence. Yeah. That's just so,
Yes,
and that is just so
because
disrespectful.
yeah, because even in a situation, it goes both ways. Women's, men's. We're not just putting it on one sex and not the other.
Mhm.
But the majority of times I would say respectable when it's their respect their relationship, respect their marriage. Of course, we all gonna see someone that's appealing before us, before our eyes. But it's the way you handle the situation
Yes.
which defines whether it's disrespectful or not. You
Yeah.
know, a woman, we might see a male and say, "Oh, he look handsome," and he look handsome. He's a handsome guy, or something like that. but we keep it moving. We're not and not watching every step they make, and we're going to be young. You know, at this point, you going to be young, and that's what makes it disrespectful when you following this person with your eyes. You know, yeah, it's gonna always be someone that's looks attractive to you.
Yeah, and it's boundaries that you have to set too. If you know somebody uh that's in a relationship or they married, and then you know that somebody's trying to, come on to you or be flirtation, you have to know how to handle that and put that person in their place, because that's how those doors open, because you allowing those things to come your way without telling the person, you being disrespectful, I'm married or I'm in a relationship. You just don't continue those kind of conversations, because that's what leads it to other things.
Yes. And also, when you out and if you committed in a relationship or you married, when you out with your uh buddies or whatever, when you act in this certain way, you betraying your spouse or your mate right there, because you showing your so-called friends, that you're disrespectful to your mate. So if you showing them your weakness and you disrespecting them, what do you think your friends or partners feel about it?
Mm.
Well, if he or she not respecting a mate, then why should I have to? I see the things he do. I see the things that she do. You
Mm.
know, and so it's it's disrespecting you, even though you're not there to see it.
So, do you feel that being in a marriage, that your significant other should have a male friend or a female friend? How do you feel about that?
Well, I think it all depends on the loyalty the person have in their relationship. Because when you think back, before you got with your spouse or your mate, they knew people.
Mhm.
Before you came along, whether it was 50 years or 3 years.
Mhm.
You know, peoples know peoples, but I think it's the way you conduct yourself
Yeah.
in the relationship. But at the same time, I think when you in a marriage, especially a marriage, because you're supposed to be fully committed, as far as being one, is no, I don't feel that uh, your husband or wife should be secretly having a conversation with another man, whether it's someone you knew or not. If
Yeah.
you all out in public or you all engaging in an event together, yes, it's fine to
Yeah.
communicate and talk. But
Yeah.
as far as being private,
Yeah.
when you're
And
married,
not in
certain
the
doors
present.
have to
Yeah.
close. Because when you committed to make that, take that vow,
Mhm.
you closing out of your life a lot of things that you once did that you was able to do when you was free and single.
Mhm.
But when you're married and committed, the rules change.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so some people are not mature enough to handle a friendship with the opposite sex, because they, mentally just not able to perform the way that they should be. They should.
Yeah. And I don't think it's anything wrong with having friends, whether it be a male or a female. It's like you said, it's like the way you carry yourself, and it's the way that you and certain things that you say too. Now, you can't be, even though that's your friend, and you calling them sweetie, baby, or things like that. That's, to me, that's being flirtatious and that's being disrespectful, because the only one should be saying them words to is the person that you with. It would look bad to say I'm married with my husband and I have a friend, but I'm calling him baby or something, not thinking anything of it, just something that you say, but it's being disrespectful, because I wouldn't want my husband calling another woman baby or sweetheart or things like, even though might be his friend, but it's just certain things that you cannot say.
But then listen to, exactly what you said. If it's strictly a friendship, you wouldn't be calling her baby, sweetie, beautiful, all of that. That lets
Calling
you
them by
know
their name.
that you would be calling them by their name. So that's a flirtatious way, but you're supposed to be ignorant to the point to you not saying that. And whereas they making excuses, oh, that's just generous speaking. No, that's not generous speaking. That's flirtatious. It's the same way if your spouse, you know, someone they know, hey, handsome, hey, uh, oh, you look amazing. You letting that other person know. The other person could feel that you flirt. Yeah. And so people use those terms, but they use it in a way. But I don't understand how they don't feel or think that that's recognizable. That's truly disrespect. You don't address anyone like that.
Yeah.
Hey, beautiful, hey, sexy, hey, all of that. No, that's a no.
Yeah.
That's like I'm not going to address another man as being, oh, you so handsome. Oh, wow. Oh, you smell so good. Different things like that. Yeah, because I know it's flirtatious.
Yeah. And a lot
Yeah,
of, you know what? And then a lot of times sometimes they don't really be thinking that that's what they doing, because these are things they just used to saying and doing, but not knowing that that's the situation that you putting yourself in, and now you make another person feel uncomfortable because they listening to you say, "Oh, hey, baby," or "You look good today," or "You look beautiful," or putting things on Facebook page and saying "Hello, baby," or "Hello, sweetheart," and hearts and stuff like that. All that is just signs of flirtation and just being disrespectful. I don't
and
approve of those things like that.
I
Yeah.
and I'm saying what I'm saying because I mean what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in the fact that they don't know what they are doing. But if they doing these things, it's more important for them to let the other party that they're talking to know that they are interested. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when they saying baby to them, or they are beautiful or lovely or sexy, or different stuff like that, they know exactly what they are doing. They know exactly. There's no sugarcoating that. They know what they are doing. But it's more important for them to do that and then try to blindside you to thinking that that's just a figure of speech. That's what they saying. No, that's okie doke. I
Yeah.
don't buy that.
And then
I don't buy that at all.
yeah, and then the shoe will turn if you saying it. Then it's all right if they say it, but when you say it, it turns into a whole different thing. But not realizing you just doing the same thing. But so either way, neither one of you should be doing it at all.
Right. No one should be doing it if they in a marriage or a committed relationship.
Yeah.
That's something that you should not do because it's disrespectful to your partner, whether there's a man doing doing or a woman doing.
Mhm.
It's disrespectful and it's not acceptable. And so, but as long as they making excuses and then you making excuses with them or for them, this it's not going to stop. They're going to keep doing it because now you have accepted that it's okay to do that
Mhm.
when it's
And
not acceptable.
yeah, but if those things only happen when you're in a relationship that's not good, because when you're in a good relationship, those things you don't even think about doing. Those don't even come across your mind to do things like that. But when your relationship is going through something and that separation and stuff is there, that's when those doors open and and you get caught in those situations. That's why it has to be boundaries set so those things don't happen. Because when those doors open, because there's nothing going on with you two anymore. And that's why I say instead of just cheating and nothing is going on anymore, I would rather just walk away, or be honest and tell the person, I'm not interested anymore, then stay with that person, then you cheating on them, and then come back like to them like nothing is going on.
Yes, because when they get that bad in a relationship, whereas the communication is gone, quality time together is gone, quantity time is gone, uh, in the household, you living as roommates. The biggest of the communication is one of you two talking on the phone to someone else, feeling happy and joyful, speaking and talking to everyone but you. So that's not just a sign. It's an indication that this relationship, this marriage is completely going downhill. They when you see your partner more happy on the outside of the home than on the inside, where they'll rather spend 20 hours with the guys and the 4 hours they there with you is nothing said.
Yeah, yeah. So let's get on. I know I had to bring this one up. We was talking about cheating. So what do you think about these women who are the side chicks? What do you think about that? And they know that the
Repeat
person is
that.
married. Uh, Women that are the side chicks, the woman's on the
Okay.
side that they're messing around with. And what do you feel about that? To me, I find that very low self-esteem for a woman that knows that she's messing with someone that's married or in another relationship, but you okay being a side piece. That just shows a little bit low self-esteem for yourself. Because why would you want to be the other person? And when that person leave you, they going back home to their significant other, their wife, or but you okay with that? Because some women are okay with that. And I think I just listen to a lot of
But
things and I'd be like, how do they carry themselves that way? Because
my
some of them
thing,
okay with it.
right, because my thing is it's not the other woman. It's your husband, it is or your mate that you with. Because another woman or another man could not step in unless you open the door
Unless
and
you
let
let
them
them.
in.
True. And a lot of times they don't know.
Yes, unless you let them.
Yeah.
And yeah, unless you let them in. Because men's lie. They tell men's and women's, let me rephrase that lie.
I'm finna say
They
fix that.
tell you what they want you to know. Yes, they tell you what they want you to know. How many men have lied and said they wasn't married? How
Mhm.
many women have did it and said they weren't married? And later on in the relationship, you find out that they were married and they are married. I mean, so we have to focus more on our mate than the other woman
Yeah.
because the other woman could only do what your
She allowed her
husband
to
or
do.
your mate allow her to do.
Yeah.
So if you're not disrespecting your wife or you're not respecting your husband, then guess what? Your side woman or man feel no need to respect her because all you doing is showing disrespect
Yeah. And then
because
we,
they see what you doing. And
mm,
so what you doing, what you are doing, then they know that's disrespectful. You might not see it, but they see it.
yeah. And then
So
another thing that gets me too is that as a woman, we always, when you find out those kind of things, the first thing you want to do is go at that other woman, right? You want to snap on her and go off on her. And she actually might not even know what's going on, but she ain't the one you should be getting on. It should be your partner who you should be getting on because they open them doors. But we, as women, we so quick to snap on the woman instead of jumping on the man who then caused the problem.
no, and right, you're right. Because in a case like that, who you go to is who is breaking your trust. And that's your mate.
Mhm.
That's who's breaking the boundaries by allowing the third party to come in. The only time you should have anything to say to that other woman is if you speaking to your husband and she comes in on the communication. Now she's overstepping her boundaries. But your main focus should be on your husband. She's not cheating on you. He's not cheating on you. It's your spouse that's cheating on you. You know, so uh that's where all your attention should go.
Mhm. So we got on this conversation on defining cheating, and cheating is just unforgivable, it's disrespectful, and before you even get into that, you should just end the relationship that you're in. If you want to get with that other person, then you do that. But don't try to stay with both of them, causing confusion between both relationships. You can't do that. But some people want to have their cakes and eat it too. And then that's when you get caught up.
Yeah, they want to live a double life because they think they could separate this one from that one.
Hmm.
But at the same time, eventually it's gonna come out.
Yeah,
Eventually it's gonna be
yeah.
a slip.
Because everything in
You
the
know,
dark comes to the light. Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be a slip. And so, if due to the point of not uh uh feeling you want to you more interested with something on the outside than you are the inside, then it's time to make a change.
Yeah.
Because if you're the cheater. So you out there enjoying yourself, but what impact are you having on your mate that's still trying to keep things and keep the marriage going?
Mhm. Mhm.
What pain are you causing them?
Yeah.
And so, you know, therefore, I just say, like, if you're not happy in it, move on
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
let both parties be happy. You
Yeah.
both get and to go to the next mate or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Well,
why should you be the one, you the cheater? Why should you be the one living a double life, being
yeah.
satisfied in the street, being satisfied at home, and
Yeah.
your partner not being satisfied at home nor in the street?
Yeah.
Because not because they can't, because they choose not to.
Mhm. So how would you feel if, you was in a relationship like that and you found out that your significant other was cheating? Do you think that you would stay with that person? Now, me, myself, before you answer that question, I won't. Cause that's one boundary that I couldn't forgive you for that one. If you had the time to sneak around and do that and cheat, then you might as well go on and go where you going and go with that person. To me, it won't be no forgiveness. I could probably forgive, but you don't forget. That would end it for me. How would you feel
Actually,
about that?
yes, that's what I spoke on earlier. It's, we people use the word forgiving with too much ease.
Mhm.
You know, like I said, you can forgive a person, but you don't forget the pain and the
Yeah.
hurt that they have caused
And then
you.
there won't be any trust
Especially,
anymore. Yeah.
right, you broke the lines of trust,
Yeah.
of communication. And it's gonna always be something. When you forgive your mate, okay, if you're cheating and your mate try to work with you, if they feel the relationship is worth working on or saving, if they try to forgive you, don't show them signs that they seen when you was cheating before, because that's gonna automatically bring up throw up a red flag where he was or she was behaving this way when they was cheating the first time. So now I'm beginning to see some of the same signs as I did before. And so now, are you going to acknowledge what you see, or is you going to sweep it under the rug while you search for more evidence that's going to fall into your lap? You don't have to go out and look for anything. I always say that. It's going to come to you. And I always and sincerely feel no one has to tell you your mate is cheating. It's within you. You feel it.
You
You feel
see
the
it.
vibes.
Mhm.
You see it, the change. So the indications are right there before you. It's what you choose to do with it. Are you going to be in denial about what you see? Or are you going to face the facts of what you see?
Yeah. Cause it
When
won't.
you in denial, it only hurts you. And that's giving the other person more power to continue to do what they're doing because you have blindsided yourself from the truth.
Yeah. I don't. It'll lead to not trusting that person. And every time, you're gonna always be finding yourself watching everything that they do, listen to everything that they say, thinking about what they doing when they step out, because they didn't put you through that. So it wouldn't be any trust anymore there. So why put yourself through that? Because you're not gonna every time they step out the door, you're gonna have an issue because you're gonna be wondering where they're going, who they with, and things like that. So I couldn't. That's something I just couldn't deal with. Like I said, you can forgive, but you wouldn't forget it. So that's something I wouldn't do. I'll be just done.
And when you in a good relationship
You ain't got to worry about that.
and you feel secure in your
Mhm,
relationship because your mate is making you feel
mhm.
secure in your relationship, you wouldn't care who they are with
Right.
because you have trust in your mate that they doing the right things, whether they
Mhm,
with you or without you.
mhm.
But
Yeah.
when you know your significant other is hanging with peoples that don't have anything going on, don't have a wife of their own, and they around looking at anything that moves, you know, and then they in that company, that makes you lose trust in them.
Mhm,
Like, why are you in this circle when this is what's going on in this circle?
mhm, mhm.
You know, you don't fit in this circle.
Yeah, and especially if you marry. When you marry, it's just certain things you just don't do. Like myself, I wouldn't be hanging out with woman friends if I know that they're single because their lifestyle would be way more different than what I do. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
I wouldn't want to even be in that circle because I'm married and you guys are single and y'all living single life, I wouldn't even be comfortable with going out. And I don't think your significant other would want you to be hanging out with people that's single.
Right. Yes, when you, like you say, when you are married, your circle should be according,
Yeah.
to the lifestyle that you all live. Why am I going to put myself in the midst of single women that could date whoever they want to date, being flirtatious with every man that come across their path? No, that's a no-no.
Yeah.
And so you expect your partner to have the same respect for you that you have for them and you in your relationship. But it don't always work that way. And so that's why you have to have your boundaries. As well as, if this the lifestyle you want, let them have it. You can't control or stop nothing that someone else want to do.
Mhm.
The only thing you could do is remove yourself from the situation.
Yes. Yes. Because if a person's gonna cheat, that's just something they're gonna do. You can't stop that. That's just in them to do that. So that's why I go back to it again. Like I said from the beginning, I would rather you be honest with me and tell me that there's nothing else going on between us and you just move on and you go your way and I go my way. Wouldn't want to be staying with a person and I know that they're out there cheating. Just be honest about it and we go our separate ways.
Yes, because when the loyalty is broken, the trust, communication, uh, quality, quantity time together, happy times, the outings. When all of that have stopped, what else do you have?
Right. You have nothing.
You have nothing. You have
Right.
to have a foundation. When that foundation is broken down and everything have crumbled, it's nothing else to hold on to.
And you
You could
miserable and
try to
they miserable.
build,
Yeah.
you could try to build it back up yourself, but guess what? It's gonna fall back down because you building it by yourself.
Mhm. Mhm.
One person can't build a relationship. It takes two
Two.
to
Yeah.
want the same thing and to help build together.
Yeah.
But if you have one going this way, one going that way, it's no foundation.
No, it's not. All right. Well, that was a good topic for today. Hopefully with these topics that we be having, we're trying to get people to come in and let you guys know what the topic is. You are free to come in. All you have to do is let us know you want to come in on these topics because like we say, we want to hear your opinion and what you have to say about each topic that we talk about. I see a lot of people are putting comments in and the comments are good, but we want you to come on here with us so you can say what you got to say and people can hear what you have to say. The more the people, the better it'll be. So you guys
Yes,
have a
because
blessed
it's
day.
more.
Yes.
Everyone have their own, opinion. And that's
Yes.
what it's about, sharing your opinion.
Yes.
Everyone belief is not the same. Some
Yes.
people don't see anything wrong with it
With cheap. Yeah.
because it depends on their lifestyle.
Hmm.
But when you in a committed relationship, like we spoke of, or a marriage, certain things, certain boundaries you should not cross.
Yes. There's boundaries in a relationship. And everything that you used to do, you can't do, especially in a marriage. Some things you just can't do anymore once you made that bond with each other. The old things that you used to do when you was out there being single, you can't do those things anymore. Because if that's what you're doing, then you should have just stayed single from the beginning.
Right. And then a lot of times being out there, women's being out there with a bunch of uh women's, like you say, that is single and mingling with Tom, Dick, Harry, George, Bill, and etc. You know, and millions are doing the same thing. Why are you putting yourself in that environment?
Yeah,
You can't do what they do. You're not supposed to,
you're
should I
not supposed
put
to.
it that way?
There you go.
Yeah, you're not
Like
supposed
I
to
said,
do
there's
these
certain
things.
things you just can't do anymore. And like I
Yes,
said,
if you respect,
a lot of people don't realize that some of the things that they do is being disrespectful or being flirtatious, because that's just some of the things that's their character of doing or saying those things. But it makes a difference.
yes, it does. It makes a difference.
Yes, it
And
does.
when you're out there cheating and think you're getting away with everything, you're not.
You're not, because everything in the dark comes to the light.
Yes,
And eventually, and a lot of times too, what they don't understand that is that when you do those things, it's gonna come out, because the other person that you messing around with gonna be the person that tell it. Cause now they mad because you going from them back home and they not liking it. So somebody gonna tell something sooner or later. It's gonna come
I
out.
can't remember that
Yeah.
blues song I used to listen to. I can't think of
Mm-hmm.
who made that. And it said something about the outside man got mad because he found out she was messing, the lady was messing with somebody else. So he tells the husband, your wife is cheating on us. That
I forgot what the name of that
was
song
so
was.
funny.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of the song, but I said that this is funny.
Yeah.
Your wife is
Like I
cheating
said, because
on us.
somebody gonna get mad and tell it, So it ain't
Yes,
gonna last for it be good in the beginning, but it don't be good at the end.
yes.
Yeah. All
So
right. Well, that ends our topic for today. So we'll be back on here next Sunday with another good topic for you.
yes, and please come in and join us and share your opinion.
Yes, you guys have a blessed and wonderful day, and we'll be back on here next week. So have a good day.
Okay, have a good day, everyone. Bye.